Good morning, everyone. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware risk in the future trading and forex. Uh, all our videos are for educational purpose only. If you like to follow some of those signals, you're very welcome to follow it. As long as you are on a sim, we're not responsible for your trades. For the ones we will be covering some auto trades and some of the signals. As an example, today we have an ES struggling at the entry signal at 89.25, target 95, and it is a struggling market today. This is the second day extreme chop in the market, and I will explain, and then we will be covering some of the swing trading and the scalping and trying to see what's going on in the automated trading. The market analyzer is connected to those charts in here. Three different systems: full automated, ATM, and ATM strategy. So the market analyzer is based on 1 minute and one lot, and sometimes we take two lots on the charts. As we see in the ES, the entry signal is 89.25. The market is struggling to get above the 89.25. You got to be very careful because it's been trying for the last 2 hours, actually for the last half an hour, trying to break that level, the 89.25. As you see here, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. It is a struggling market on the ES. And what is the conflict today? And it is extreme heavy chop. We have the Nasdaq is an extremely strong. We have an entry at 608.25, struggling here on the resistance level, and that's why you see the plus the weakness on the ES. What has really caught my attention is the YM. The YM has been on the short side for a very long time and has been having a problem getting to those levels, the 62.10. That is causing a lot of confusion in the market. It is a lot of a chop in the market. It is an extremely risky market at the moment. And on top of that, if we want to see, if you look at the 30-year Treasury bond, it is on the same signal buying direction to the ES. That is not going to happen. So once we see the 30-year Treasury bond is in the same direction of the ES, they should be going the opposite direction. And this is the same thing happened yesterday, which you got to be fasten your seatbelt. We are going into heavy volatility in this market until now. So things can change. The YM has refused to get out of the short direction, and the Nasdaq is an extremely strong, got rejected at those zone level, and the ES, it is struggling at this level. In other words, it is a really, really heavy chop. I want to show you also, we have to see the good and the bad. Even on the swing trading, usually we get big trades on the swing trading. At the moment, the only swing trading is working is the higher time frame, the 10 minutes, which I'll show you the 10 minutes. But when we are taking 150 takes or a 1 minute, we have an extreme chop in this market. Let me give you an example. This is the 150 ticks. We have to show you the good and the bad. And this is a swing trading. Normally on the swing trading, one trade should hit the target. And you can see the volatility in the market based on the 150 ticks. And some of them, they are doing extremely well on the 5 minutes, the higher time frame on the 5 minutes. The reason is because when you are using a bit higher time frame, you will be getting clean out some of these noises in the market. So, as an example, when you are using the swing trading on the 5 minutes, you are cleaning a lot of noises in the market. And if we look at the same, here is there is a conflicting. Let me show you on the 10 minutes the DAX, which follows exactly the same direction on the ES, and has lost all the gain here. And then if we take the YM on the 10 minutes, is also practically the same entry. No, it is a different entry, but this is a really nasty time at the moment with the chop market. And you have to be extremely careful. You have to approach this market today extreme careful. At the moment, there is no direction, and this is a really a problem that you're going to get caught between those lines. So we'll wait until we get a short direction, and then we will take the new signal on the short direction. If we looking at the CL 150 take, it was a little trouble at the beginning, and now start taking this direction on the CL. But we are still waiting on this ES and NASDAQ find a direction. The problem is with the ES. Why this ES having a problem on this level 89.25 is very simple and very easy. If you look at the 15 minutes, this is a really got caught. We have a lot of resistance level from the 87.75 all the way to the 91, and that is causing the Nasdaq and the Dow Jones struggle. So this is the 15 minutes, which gives you pretty good idea what's going on in the market. And actually, if we want to look at the 15 minutes, you can see the ES got caught in these channels here where we have you cannot see that. Let me try to. Here is the problem right there. If we look at the higher time frame, we have a lot of areas, a lot of heavy resistance right there. And the ES is stuck in those channels where also you have the support line right there. And the ES is going in between those lines. So this is what we say when we say the market is stuck in between the channels, and this is exactly the ES is stuck. Now we are about to have a new signal. Get ready. This is a really a good way, because now we are about to break those area. Once we break those area, this market will be taking some direction. Okay, we have. Don't be fast on your trigger. Just hold on, please. Let me explain to you. We have a new signal on the ES, absolutely. If you are taking an auto trade, it will take it on the bar close. And here is your entry signal. Why we are struggling right now? Because we have a projection at 83.25, followed by a support line at 82.75. So for us, in order for us to take it, we need to put it not at the signal entry if you want to trade it manually. If you want to be with the auto trade, it's going to wait till the bar close below that line on the bar close. There we go. And now the auto trade took that trade. But to be safer, if you are taking a manual the trade, I will take it below the line. I will take it around below the 83 level, where there is a support and a projection in this area, which is going to cause the ES to pull back, trying to surge on a breakout. So we should have um, we are experiencing a little pullback, but to just put it on a limited order and wait till this market go back to those entry level. So when we combine the entry signal, if you are trading manually, and when you are combining the trade, the signal, and then once we see there is a support line or a resistance, then we know there is some kind of pullback. It's going to be a bit struggling to break those lines. But at least we know the direction. When we combine those two together, we know the direction to this market, and we know where's the pullback, and there is a really good potential for a pullback, re-entry, or wait. If we examine on the new signal right now on the ES, we have a target, which is a good target, 877. A little struggling on the support line at 83.25, which it will break it. And then we're going to have a little bump here at 82.75. It is a chop market, and then we need to keep our eye on the 82 level. Once we are breaking that hard area here, we should be going directly to the 877. So it is a very good short. The YM is short, and that will be very nice if the Nasdaq follow the ES and the YM. Then this market is going to smooth out a lot better. Let me show you on the 15 minutes again. This is where the market was struggling. This is exactly where this market is struggling. And we're about to break that 84.50. Once we break this 84.50, we are on the 15-minute signal. It is 81 level. This is okay. And as you see right now, the trend exhaustion and your indicators are start going to negative, which is going to give us clearance that we are breaking that area here. And we are breaking that area. So this is... we're about to have a new also signal on the Nasdaq. I will let you know immediately once the Nasdaq have a new signal. As you see right now, the whole market had changed in 2 minutes. Now we are about to have a new signal on the Nasdaq. The ES and the YM going in the same direction. We'd like to see the Nasdaq going on the same direction to the signal. We have a short signal. And then the 30-year Treasury bond is the opposite direction. This is where exactly this market starts smoothing out. And now we are on the way down. And it is a very nice and clear. And now we have identified the direction on that market. Immediately, once we have identified this market, as you see, the swing trading start kicking in, and we have immediately the swing trading start kicking in on the ES. If you are, I'll show you also the smaller time frame. But if you are using a bigger time frame, they all start kicking in, and they start. The YM and the Nasdaq, all of them start doing going to the same direction. If we want to look at the smaller time frame, we will be looking at the smaller time frame as well. But let me see. If you want to look at the ES, the YM on the 1 minute kicked into the short, and and the CL kicked into the short side. So um, when the market is changing direction, is you have to think about it like it's a big boat trying to make a U-turn, you know. So it takes time for everything to kick in and this market start going to the right direction. So in order for us to see, we always have to depend on the 15 minutes to see how this market, we don't have to trade from the 15 minutes. It is very expensive to trade from the 15 minutes if you are using a stop loss, but it is very good to use the 15 minutes to see where we are going, and it gives you the chart are very self explaining. We are on the last border at 84.50. Once this bar start closing below the 84.50, everything now it is going to collapse and start going down. So this is a very, very key right now on the ES, the 84.50. We like to see the 84.50, and we'd like to see the market start going before the 84, below the 84.50. That is gonna give us a clearance on that trade all the way down to the 77 level. So right now we are watching, keep our eye on the Nasdaq. We're keeping our eye on the Nasdaq to follow the ES. The ES on the pullback, there is a resistance at 85.25, and even if I break that resistance, the second stop is going to be 87 level. But I doubt it if we are going to that far on the pullback. So right now we are looking at keep our eye on the Nasdaq. We have the short on the ES is going on the same direction. We have the short on the YM. We need the short on the Nasdaq desperately so we can go farther with the ES. And the 30-year Treasury bond, now it is the opposite signal. Now everything start clearing out the fogs, and now we are going to the same direction. And always you have to think about it, turning around with the market direction. It is sometimes you have to think about it like you're taking a U-turn with a boat. It's gonna make a heavy circle and going back. At the moment, there is not much going on. We are waiting on the Nasdaq trade, and I will be the YM is too late to take that trade. Because if you were earlier, you would have took that trade. And for the ones don't have our system, you're very welcome to keep your eye on the 15 minutes and see. It is very important to keep your eye on the 84.50 or mark it on your chart with a line. The 84.50, it is the key to the ES at the moment. So, and I'll keep my eye on the Nasdaq and letting you know when we have a new signal on the Nasdaq. The minute we have a short trade on the Nasdaq, this ES is going to drop. So why this Nasdaq couldn't get up? Even today, the Nasdaq has been very strong. Is a very straightforward. You have a triple resistance right there on the Nasdaq. It's gonna require strong market, a lot of buyers to penetrate all those walls. And as long as we don't have strong buyers, we're gonna have some problem breaking all those numbers. So keep your eye on the ES, please. We still flirting with the 84.50, and it is a crucial number. It is a crucial number for the ES. So let's see what will happen. I'll I'll move my crosshair a little bit so you can see where is your zone. 8450. We're still a long way for the Nasdaq to kick into the sell signal. It's a bit far from the entry sell. Still kicking to the long side, and let's see what will happen. In the meantime, I will be quiet and waiting on the Nasdaq to turn around. Thank you. On the ES 150 take swing trading, we started around 9 o'clock on the swing trading with the ES. And this is a lot of trades for the ES because of the chop. And it doesn't matter about the amount as much as how those trades were taken today. The first trade was a break even. We're not going to count this. And then it got into those chop. And we got one losing trade, breaking even, one losing trade. And then the minute, the minute this market start moving, and this is what is really nice about it. You can see sometimes we blame the auto trade on. This is a typical, if we examine how when the market is going to the chop market, it was a chop, and you can see it was not doing well to start with. But then and here's the problem, we don't know when this market is going to start to take in direction sometimes. And the minute this market start taking direction, I mean, you don't see V shapes anymore. This market after the internet and the speed trading is no longer you see the V shapes anymore, or M or W shape in the charts. Very rare. I used to love those area here, the V shapes for reversals. But so if we notice, this is a very good example when there is a chop, this market was struggling, that auto trade. And when the market start trending, actually, you can see how this auto trade did not miss anything and got the maximum on every single trade. Even can outbeat the best traders in there. The reason is, as an example, taking a short trade, close in position, and then open a position. In a way, it is a reversal. You get a very good trade, and once this market start losing momentum, close position, open position, and nailed it. So this is what I like the most about the swing trading. If this market trending, we're not going to miss a trade. We're not going to be missing a reversal. We're not going to be missing ticks, because you can see, and this one here does not require any optimization. It does not require any tweaking with the trailing stop and the stop loss. It is based on on, turn off basis, but this is, it's not about the money as much as how, when the market is trending, how this auto trade maximizing the profit, and when the market is a chop. What I can say to you is welcome to trading, because in the chop market, the auto trade is going to struggle, whether we like it or not. We have built to our traders. I'm not going to show it to the public right now. We are releasing, probably by this end of the week. We've been working on an auto trade for over 5 months, and I think it will be released by the end of this week to the customers, to our traders, and it is built especially for volatility. We have a plenty auto trades, but this one here we have made, uh, and I will be showing it once we release it. The traders, our members, have seen it in the private webinars, and I will be showing it to the public once we release it to our members. But right now, I'm not going to open that box yet. So, again, on the ES, folks, this is your key today on the ES. You have to, those are your zone. This is 8450. It is your key on the ES. And we are not, and what is now we are holding on the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is extremely strong, but the ES and the YM is taking them down. So we are sitting and flirting with the 8450, and I hope it will be broken, this 8475. I'm sorry, 8450, because if we are not able to break the 8450, then the ES probably, no, there we go. We're about to break it. The 8450, it is the key. As you see how this market, it is struggling with this number. That will be nice if we can close that bar below the 8450. That means our trade is going to go in a perfect direction. There we go down the hill. And I'll be sitting quiet a bit. There is nothing. It is a good trade on the ES. Nothing we can do. We are waiting on the 8450 and now start losing the ground on the 8450. So that will be nice if we can see this Nasdaq start dropping. That will be really nice. That will help us with the ES. There we go. Perfect. That is very nice. Finally, start giving in a little. Your zone on the Nasdaq 602. We are about to break it. If you notice those zones, less than $1 a day, they are to the tick, to the support resistant to the tick. This is the most accurate. Even if you are trying to auto trade, it will be. There we go. The Nasdaq is refusing to die. Come on. We are at the zone at 602.25. Once we break that, it's gonna drop the ES. Yes, very true. So that's why I'm not saying anything. We're waiting on the crude to be out of the way. So I'm not saying anything right now. Ben, let me show you something, Ben. On this trading panel, there is 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and 15 minutes. Each one of those have 10 indicators, okay, from your ATR, MACDs, volatility, you name it. 10 indicator on 5 minutes, 10 indicators on 10 minutes, 10 indicator on the 15 minutes. That's 30 indicators, plot one signal, okay? Then you have the 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 30 indicator plotting one signal. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, plotting one signal. That's from 30 indicators, high time frames. And 2 minutes for, so the ones on the right line is the lower time frame, and the one on the left line, it is the higher time frame. If we look in general what's going on in this market, you will see the high time frame, the 5 and 10 and 15 has no direction. And then the 1 and 2 and 3 is in no trade mood. And here is the miserable time frame, 10, 20, 30 is in the red, and the 2, 4, 6 is in the green. The 15, 30, 60 is in the no trade. And then you have the 3, 6, and 9, there is no trade. That indicate there is an extreme chop market when there is no signals, and it is an extreme the Nasdaq is very strong, and let's see what will happen. And here is let me draw your attention on one thing before we get excited with the ES. We're coming right back at the earlier problem. We have 1, 2, and 3, and 4 resistance line, and this is a serious chart. This is 15 minutes. So we're back to square one where we started today at 10 o'clock. We have the 87.75, 88, 88.25, and 88.50. It requires a lot of buy-in, and I'm sitting and looking at this market, and how this ES able to break all those lines. You know, this is the $1 million question. Things start getting stronger, buyers coming in. So we'll keep our eye on this. But it is an extreme hard time in the market. And as we see, this is your level. And I don't see how this ES is able to break those. Then you have the high time frame red, the targets to the downside. So don't get excited with the ES. The direction is still to the downside, and there is nothing we can do on the ES at the moment except short trade. For the CL traders, I didn't want to say anything on the sell short signal at 64.23. Target 64 is not much. Also, there is a lot of problem in the CL, so I didn't want to call the CL. Here is your entry signal, and then we have immediately after we break those area here, the 64.19 and the 64.21, we're going to bump into another problem is 64.14, 64.13, 64.11, and 64.09. That it is it's been a very messy 2 days in the market. It is extremely choppy, and I strongly advise you to be careful. It is a hard time in the market right now. Yes, you can take a trade here and there, and you can. But it does not mean if you got lucky with a one or two trade does not mean you are okay. There is a problem. There is a problem in the market, and the lines are very tight to each other. And look, now we start getting little momentum on the ES, and this is the $1 million question: is are we able to break all those areas here? If we are, that's mean we are changing. Again, this is the second round. The market is a change in direction. So if we keep our eye on those 4 lines, and as you see, there is a lot of, when you see is a blinking, there is a lot of powers, buying powers. The bar has not closed. So I'd like to see this 88.50, where it's going to take us, if it's going to sink in or not. It is a really problem. Look what happened to the CL. I sound very negative for the last 2 days, guys, but I have to say the way it is. I cannot just say everything is okay. It's not okay. The market is not okay. And yes, we can, bull ourselves with one trade here and there, but this is a really, if we notice on the CL, here is your signal. And as you see, the CL, for CL traders, it is a struggling area between 64.21 and 64.20. Can you see that? And then immediately you can see how this market is tight. Immediately you're going to bump into problem at 64.15. That is not good. This is not something you can do anything about it. And don't think, especially for the guys they are saying, I'm auto trade. It's not my problem. It is your problem. It will be your problem, because you're not going to get anywhere with the auto trade. And as we see right now, folks, this wig, it is this wig on the 15 minutes from 87 all the way to the 88.50. So this is not inviting on anything. And the only thing I can see at the moment, the YM still in, the YM is right there. The YM is still in the very weak YM. We're still in the short mood on the YM. We're still in the short mood on the Nasdaq. But what is funny about it, the Nasdaq hit the target in conjunction with double resistance and start losing momentum. So the only thing I can see as a trade right now to wait till the ES drop again to the 83.75. If we look at the Nasdaq in a little cleaner picture, we had the buy with the struggling buy. We hit right to the target in conjunction with a double resistance, which every time we have a double resistance, that's mean we're not going to go any higher at the moment. And I don't know where is this market taking us, but this is a very, very hard time. And at least we are seeing the problem. But this poor guy is sitting at home getting irritated by this market and don't have the proper tools to see what's going on. He's gonna be in a lot of trouble today. Yesterday was the same problem. This is 2 days on the road with a heavy chop. So I don't want to get in between the small trades. So we are staying on the swing trading. I don't want to get involved with the small trades here and there. So just waiting. Look what happened to the CL. It was struggling on those area here, and now he's having a hard time on those area here. Those so this is really not a clear trade. It's a very high risk trade on the CL. We can see the ES has dropped. Couldn't follow the NASDAQ. And right now, the ES trying to break that walls here. It is 3-4 numbers. It is the 87.75, 88, 88.25, and 88.50. This is a very thick area to penetrate. Once we break those areas, maybe something will happen. I don't know. But this is a very tight, boring market. If we noticed on the YM still into the short position, ES is still in the short position. The NASDAQ never did go to the short position. The 30-year Treasury bond is to the buy position. And the CL, we have a look at this. As we expected, when we had the new signal on the CL, we knew we have a problem here, and then we knew we have a problem here. So this is really irritating. If you are taking a trade and not aware of those problems, now the market is firing back at you, and that it is costly. You know, $200 there, $200 there, and then it is very costly for not knowing where is your areas in the market, even if you are auto trading. Even the CL, even on a higher time frame on the 244, look at this mess. From 10 o'clock until now, we are struggling with every single market. The only thing is working is the YM to the short side. It's extremely weak all day long, and the only thing is working is the YM still on the short side and is not going. So in those cases now, we're going to see some drop on the ES to the short side because we're not going to get fooled by the market to the upper position because we're still into the short position. And I'm not going to be getting excited on those movement here, those area here, until we see a new signal on both the ES and the YM. And it is a hard time, guys. It is a hard time. Now the ES, look at this, how long is this wick? And the ES is a start, could not break those area here. So we do not have long. We don't. Even when we break those, we still have a lot of, the lines are very close to each other, and that is caused by volatility in the market. So I'm going to be sitting quiet. There is nothing to do. Trouble everywhere. I hate to be negative. This is not what I have my tension, but I prefer to be negative and Now the Nasdaq is done. It's gonna come to the 1375, and God knows where we're going from the 1375 14 here. I prefer to scare you than to let you jump in the market and get in trouble right now. There we go. The sell-off start coming. When you see this chart start blinking like this, that means there is a heavy orders to the short side. On the Forex, we have 110 pips, and the Forex are doing extremely well, except the Aussie dollar. This is also based on 1 minute. They're doing fine, but the Aussie dollar have a problem. It looked like just start coming to this direction. So I'm gonna stay quiet, guys. There is nothing until we get a new signal. I have nothing to say really. You're looking at your chart. You can see how tough it is right now. Okay, let's see what will happen now. Okay, we're still in the volatility, but you know what? Uh, we are approaching a swing trading, but if we're gonna stay like this, I'm gonna be start switching to scalping. But then you have to be very fast with me. But on the swing trading, I have nothing for swing trading today. Even the swing trade and automated to trade, they are extremely struggling market. On the scalping, however, we closed on the scalping, but on the swing trading, if we gonna stay like this, because what we are trying to do, we're trying to catch a nice swing trade and make a lot of ticks one trade and get it over with. On the scalping, we are already close to ES. Nailed the 500 market order, not the limited order. So tomorrow, if we are going to stay like this, I'm going to be switching to scalping, but then you have to be very, very fast with it. And it is a very strong. I mean, I will advise you to be on a sim to catch how fast it is with the scalping. But I think I will be um, if we are continue on this choppy market, there is no ground to take a swing trade on a small trade. Let me show you how it is even on a major. Uh, this is a 5 minutes. The YM has been short all day long. That's very fine. On the swing trade in the Nasdaq, I have not because when the Nasdaq took the long, we missed that trade for some reason. But this is on the 5 minutes. The DAX and the CL. The 5 minutes is taking a beat today. It is really taking a beat on the CL. You know, I have to show you the way it is. Welcome to trading, and let me try to see what is this ES 5 minutes. On the ES 5 minutes, okay, thank you for your comment, but the scalping required to have light hands. So I don't know how light hands everyone is. On the swing trade and the ES is breaking even, and there is so many trades, and this is a bit over the line. I mean, with the swing trade, and the idea is to grab a trade and stay with it and make your money with it. And the only swing trading today is really working well is the DAX and the YM. The ES a lot of small trades on the ES all around, even on the swing trading. Let me show you. Even on the full range, the swing trading today was in trouble. So what I'm trying to say today, now maybe somebody is gonna come at the end of the day after the fact and make a pre-video, a recorded video, hide the bad trades and only showing the good trades and call himself a hero. Okay, fine, fair enough. But when we are going front of the trader here to show how hard it is today, the market, yes, we have some charts has made good money. I'm not gonna say that. We have some chart hit the targets. But if somebody cute one come in at the end of the day and showing you an auto trade made tons of money today, I will laugh because I like to see the other chart he forgot to show, you know, especially those new traders. And yeah, gold has trend, and I respect that, but not everyone can afford trading the gold. The gold is on 40 ticks from the entry signal. We have the 6E 11 ticks. We have the 30-year Treasury bond 10 ticks. We have the Russell 76 ticks, 75 ticks. The YM, we have 90 ticks. But the problem is the NASDAQ and the YM. The NASDAQ, whoever enter Rigo from the buy-in entry, he should have been out by now. And the ES has been red since 10 o'clock. So let me show you a different time frame here. So this is the problem. You know, I'm sure there is some cute ones will come in at the end of the day with a recorded video and dismiss the problem for today, and doesn't matter. But the aggravation part of it, this is all our purpose, is to show the traders how hard it is and how volatility it is today. And so when somebody come in and claim other direction, at least those guys are educated enough to see what happened today. So this is a myth that send out a recorded video with everything is winning and forget to show the losing trades today. All my auto trades today are struggling. Yes, there is a few trades made 1,000. There is a few trades made 500. Hit the target, yes. And we have showed you this. But the reality is, which one you will be using tomorrow, you know? So if we look at the 3 minutes, we're about to have a new entry on the CL. I will let you know. But tomorrow, which chart you need to use on that auto trade? And I notice when we are trying to show there is a problem in heaven, and then some cute ones will come at the end of the day and flash in an ES making $1,000, or a DEX made $1,000. We have some DEX made $1,000 today, but it's not it. So it could be changed after 12 o'clock. And but when we are showing a real time, we are showing you the problem in the market, so you cannot be fooled on pre-made videos showing that the ES today made tons of money and NASDAQ made tons of money. Yes, on a different time frame, but then the second day he's showing a different time frame or charts. So it doesn't work that way. We are showing every day a 1 minute. Of course, you can use a Renko bar. Of course, you can use a take chart. This is not the problem. But what we are trying to show is the 1 minute every day, 3 minutes, and 5 minutes, to show the reality what's going on in the trading. And as you see, this NASDAQ, the ES today was a perfect day for scalping. The NASDAQ is very strong. The YM is refusing to turn around. It is extremely weak. A lot of short trade on the YM. But this is reality. This is a big difference between a pre-made video at the end of the day, skipping all the mess we've had today, or be like a man showing everything in front of the traders and show the reality what's going on in the market. This is the gain we gain out of it. But whoever don't have our system, if he don't trade today, he didn't lose money, that's for sure, you know. So it's better than to be sitting in a room claiming 100 ticks in the profit, but he cannot see it on his account. So the reality today and yesterday, it is a big mess in the market. It is a hard time in the market. And of course, we have some auto trade made it. We have YM 900. We have another YM 835. We have the DAX. We have the YM. We have the ES on those different time frame. But I'm not gonna be showing that. I'm gonna stick to the minute chart to show you the reality, and I'm not gonna put a rank bar. If I put a rank bar on a I can open a rank bar and I can show you it's a total different picture on a rank bar for reversals or superb. But maybe if this market continue like this, we will be switching from swing trading to scalping. Here is the rank bar. It is we use personally. I like to look at the a rank bar for reversal. But even on a rank bar, which they are the most myth uh, identifying the trend, um, we use the rank bar for reversal, and I think I have covered that many times, even on YouTube. Let me. It is very well clear where is this ES got stuck, and there is no direction on the ES. It's very clear, and it is actually two boxes. Here is the first level right there, where the ES got stuck. And here is your second level right there, where the ES got stuck. So how much you gonna gain out of it? Nothing. Even if you are auto trading, nothing. Now there is some cute ones. You can make it a little bit thicker, and I don't know how people can trade that, but this is not a brilliant idea to trade it in the chop market, and this is a total myth. And even on that one here, what you're looking at the big bars, but the details, and it is a perfect reversals, but the details not there really. The details are in the wigs and the pullback. If we take that example here, that would knock you out. That will knock you out. And it is really when you try to play, because the rank bar repaint, or when you try to right click. Okay, let me explain to you something. Just let's see. There is nothing. run two chart on a Renko bar all day long, okay? Because now it looks perfect, especially this maneuver here. Take it to a Renko bar anytime or any kind of Renko bar. Let those two charts run all day long. I'll tell you how dangerous it is. Then at the end of the day, take one of the charts and right click and reload. That's all what you have to do. Then what you find out that the Renko bar you have been running all day long has changed and looks perfect again. And if you compare it with the other chart you've been running all day long, you will find it is totally different than the one you just right click and reload it. So this is this is the end of the story with the Renko bar, but they are good for reversals. I love those Renko bar for reversal, and the minute, 3 minutes indicate the trend, the true trend. So your Ninja Trader charts are based on minutes, not Renko, not ticks, not range. Even when we are trading range, they are good for auto trades, but to really identify the trend, you need to look at the minutes. And right now, as you see, maybe it's not the prettiest chart, but it is very accurate what you're looking at and is identifying the true trend, the true direction in the market. So as we see right now, folks, I'm waiting on a new signal on the ES. If we are a break in the 89.75, we have a new signal, and it's getting tight and tighter. The YM is not following this market, so we are about to have a new signal on the ES. I will call it for you, and even on the we're about to have a new signal on the YM on the ES. It's not yet. Any second now. Uh, any second, please. Hold on. We'll give you the new signal. It fell. It fell to to hang above the 89.75. This is a really messy. The YM took a drop again, and it is, oh, what I can say, welcome to trading, folks. Like any other business, sometimes you will have a bad time or a hard time. Like if you're running a shop, company, whatever, this is a hard time in the market right now, and there is nothing we can do. A lot of a chop. That's what we said a couple months ago. This 2019 is going to filter a lot of traders. So please be careful with your account. Uh, Switch to sim at the moment uh, until we get out of that tight box. Right now, especially those guys with auto trades, doesn't matter. And lack of an experience, your auto trades also, they're gonna be stuck in those channels like anybody else trading. They're not gonna be dismissing those fib lines. They're not gonna be dismissing the chop market. They are going to be um, uh, uh, I mean, so uh, this time when there is nothing to do, try to get educated, try to take some of the trades manually, or try to um, you know do some work with the market and get stronger, because right now, if you're gonna go head to head with this market the way it is running right now, you're gonna wind up getting in a lot of trouble. And this is 2 days on the road, very nasty chop, and that is not is not okay for a normal retailer trader. No, it's not. So let's see if we are about to have a new signal. I really like to give you a new signal before we check out today. The forex has been doing extremely fine, but the futures are not. If we look at the forex, we are on 123 pips, but the futures are a bit messy. The DAX is messy right now, and the ES is messy. The Nasdaq is done a long time ago. The YM is not getting up with the market at all. It is a very weak YM. Uh, I don't know. So let me see if we can get across this level here, 89.75. No, there is nothing. Folks, all I can say, welcome to trading. Let me show you the CL. What from, and this is a 1 minute chart. We highlight the problems on the CL, and we still on the same area, back and forth. This is where we called it. Be careful with it for the CL traders. And maybe, you can grab 5 ticks, 10 ticks in there, but that does not mean you're a hero. That's mean you got lucky with those trades. So, but chop all the way, and now that it's getting tight, and it's getting tighter, and now it is lunchtime, so it's gonna be a bit messy. I don't know what will happen on the last 2 hours today. Let's see now this ES, if it's gonna be able. It's testing the 89.75. So let's see if we are able to break that number. It's not. It's not going to do it, folks. It's 11:42. Welcome to trading. It is a hard time, and uh, let's see. Come on. 89.75. Keep your eye on it. Mark it on your chart, please. We need to close above the 89.75. And it's not doing it. Let's see. We need this half tick more. 89.75. We're fighting on a tick. Let's see if this time we're gonna break the 89.75. If we do, that means we are about to have a new signal. It's right there, folks. This is your key on the ES 89.75. We need to break that area. Now we are 89.50. This is the key, 89.75. You see where it is? This is your key on the ES from short to long. Wait, do not take anything. It fell, the 89.75. It's been trying now for over half an hour to break this 89.75. I'm trying to see if I can get you guys a signal before we wrap up for today. Going back on 89.75. It's right there. Here is the problem. It fell. You see? I mean, how come this guy is sitting by himself? How he's gonna know that? Right now, he is getting frustrated, and probably it's gonna be another $100 or $200 loss in losing trade. Again, folks, please be careful with your life account. Sit on the side. There is nothing shame about it. It's better to protect you. It's easier to lose money than to make money. You can lose $100,000 in one day, but you cannot make $100,000 in one day. So please take your life account right now, put it on the side. Do not damage your account. A lot of people has damaged their accounts in 2019, and it's not your fault. It's just this market is a chop and it's killing it. So take your time and don't jump on a live trade, not unless if you very sure about that trade. So try to lift your standard a bit up, and it has to be in a certain condition before you can go live or initiate any trade. This is not good. Again, the 89.75 is the key to the ES and has been trying for the last half an hour to break that area, over half an hour. So this is the key, is the 89.75, and it's not able to make it. You can see again the 89.75, the ES flirting with. You see where it stops? To the take, folks. It's like you're trying to break a wall. This 89.75. That's how weak the market is. We're sitting for half an hour on one tick. Whew. Welcome to trading. Fair. Okay. I mean, you know, this is a really aggravation. Folks, that's all what we have today. What I can say, welcome to trading. It is a hard time and nothing we can do. If it's going to continue like this, I'm going to be switching from swing trading to scalping, but you better be fast with it. God bless you all. Thank you very much for all your support, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.